is Marine Corps Combat Tank Commander Corporal T.L. Patten with his speech entitled, "All Gave Some, Some Gave All." Please join me in welcoming Corporal Ty Patten.
All gave some. That's what we've heard this morning. Some gave all. Peacetime, wartime, makes little difference. And it goes back to a time prior to us being a nation. When the Minutemen were ready in a minute. That's the name. 1774. They were there. They were veterans. How many of us ever think about how many people in the past, I'm talking about World War I, World War II, I'm talking about Korea, I'm talking about the Civil War, we had civilian and we also had military losses in all of those conflicts, wars. Every time someone signs up in the military, male, female, man, woman, boy, girl, because some of them join, some of them have lied in order to join. At the age of 16, 17, I served in Vietnam with some 17-year-olds. I have to tell you, every time we join, every time somebody puts their signature on that line, they're signing a blank check, payable to the people of the United States of America. Comment section, for life, for limb, for freedom. That's what people sign. Wherever our president tells us to go, which is why we need to have a wise president, we're going to go. And we're going to do the best job we can. If it means our life, so be it. So that those that we love are back here in the States and they don't have to worry about the conflict coming to America. Oh, that was until 9/11, of course. You know, we've heard some stories so far this morning, and I know that we're going to hear more, you'll hear more. And one of the things that, being in Vietnam, I could tell you a few stories. As a tank commander, I could tell you some horrendous stories. And those are the kind of stories that change a person from a boy or a girl to a man or a woman overnight, in an instant. When you're faced with a life and death situation, oh, you better believe you grow up real quickly. I'm not going to tell you any of those stories. Let me tell you about a story that happened just yesterday. As we all know, you have Applebee's and Chili's and Dunkin' Donuts, and you know, I applaud them for giving back to veterans. Yesterday I was out taking advantage of the day and picked up my new phone. It was right across the street from Chili's. I thought, well, you know, they have a special today, so let me walk in. And the hostess greeted me. I said, I understand you have a free dinner, right? Yes, we do. Come right this way. She sat me down. I was at the very last booth. I was by myself because I was out doing some shopping. And I was at the very last booth in the aisle, and I'm having my meal. I see this young woman, about the age of my own oldest daughter, and she's walking beside a young girl who's about the age of my granddaughter. And they're walking, I'm thinking that they're going to go to the ladies' room because it's back past me. And as they get fairly close, they're looking kind of timid. And they're looking me in the eyes, and they come up beside me, and they pause. And I have to believe that the mother was waiting for the daughter to say something. And when she didn't, the mother spoke up and said, "My daughter just wants to thank you for your service." Now I'll tell you, I was totally taken aback. I didn't even think to ask, "Well, how do you know I'm veteran?" I didn't think about that. I thanked her for being a young lady and for her acknowledgement. I continued eating my meal. They went back to where they were seated. And after I was through, before I walked out, I walked up to that young lady and I said, I want you to know that your gesture touched my heart, because I have a young girl, granddaughter about your age. And I said, I just hope that she is conveying to another veteran that she does not know the same true heart-tugging sentiment that you convey to me. Because as I was sitting there eating all by myself, you made me think of her. This blank check that we talk about, I can tell you, without a doubt, I know every one of these gentlemen, and Carson too. And I can tell you that without a doubt, every military vet would go back today. I'm 73, and if they wanted to send me back to Vietnam, if they wanted to send me to Afghanistan, I don't care where it is, if they would take me, I would go if it meant that I was going to be fighting for the freedom of a young girl or a young boy. I want to convey to each of you that we have that power in our hands. That young girl that I saw yesterday, I don't know where she came from. I don't know how she knew that I was a vet, but she made me feel great. And we have that power to make people around us feel great every day of the year, regardless whether it's Veterans Day, whether it's Christmas, whether it's August the 13th. Who cares? We can make them feel good.